Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be talking about AMC. Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go on our investor journey together. Today we're going to be doing a video about AMC. Should you buy AMC stock? Is AMC stock going to go through a short squeeze? And my overall price prediction and why I personally think that we're on the verge of a short squeeze when it comes to AMC. But before I start the video, guys, I just want everybody to know everything I say in my videos is not financial advice. It's just my personal opinion. So with that being said, let's get started with the video. So I'm currently looking at AMC today down 1.47%. Looking at the 1 week chart, is down about 5.81%. 1 month chart, down about 2.62%. We could definitely see a huge sideways trading here. Kind of made it in the $8 range, and then we see this huge trickle up on April 27th. And it's kind of slowly been falling back down. Looking at the 3 month chart, it's down 29.80% of its value. But looking at the 1 year chart, still up about 100% of its value. This time last year, trading around $4 to $5. We see this huge run up on January 27th. That was kind of when a lot of Redditors wanted to basically force out short squeeze out of a lot of stocks that are heavily shorted. You know, American Airlines, GameStop, AMC, Microvision, Cost, and all these other stocks. And, like I said, after basically a lot of the brokerages limited trading from all the trading platforms, kind of making the stocks fall back down, I feel like a lot of people kind of lost interest for a little bit. But within the recent weeks, we have definitely seen that there's been a huge interest again in these quote-unquote meme stocks. So a lot of people are starting to sink money back into these stocks. We saw Microvision, right? That's one has been on a pretty good run recently. GameStop is still floating around $180 a share. So there's still a lot of people who are diamond handing these. And like I said, with the increase of short interest in the market, we do know that for AMC specifically, in the month of March and April, that there's been a lot of huge ads of short positions into these stocks, just because there's a lot of analysts out there and a lot of people who do see like 80 to 100% downside for AMC stock. There's a lot of analysts who also think that AMC stock is going to zero. I personally don't think AMC stock is going to zero. I think AMC is a pretty good company. I think it offers a lot of good fundamental values. But aside from that, we do know that short positions are increasing. And, we do know that within the last couple of weeks, like I said, there's been a huge popularity with a lot of retail traders and Reddit versus the hedge funds once again. A lot of people think that the volume has kind of dispersed out a little bit, that there's not much people interested. But for me, I think right now, you can never really be too kind of safe. I don't think it's a very good idea to be shorting stocks right now. The reason I say this is because even Jim Cramer himself said that he'd rather be on the long side rather than the short side of these stocks, because these stocks do have so much more explosive potential. We don't really know what's going to be the end game for stocks like AMC and Microvision and stuff like that. But what we do know is that there's a lot of people out there who make it their overall mission to make sure that these stocks in general, are going to go through a short squeeze. When it comes to that altogether, we know that, like I said, there's a lot of Reddit traders out there, a lot of people holding AMC, thinking that there's definitely going to be a big move upward. For me, I'm also expecting a big move upward as well. I don't think we've seen the last of these retail stocks. I don't think we've seen the last of these meme stocks because, like I said, although they slowly do sink, we see that they don't fall in large amounts. And we also do see as well that with these specific stocks that they're very, very explosive. For AMC stock, I wouldn't be surprised one day to see that the stock is going through a short squeeze. Although you can never really time it. You can never really time a short squeeze altogether. You can never time the market. Those are like the wise words of Warren Buffett. You can never really truly time the market or when a short squeeze is going to happen. But what I am saying is you could wake up one day and this stock could be up 100, 200, 500, 1,000% in a single day. A lot of people are kind of saying, okay, have we hit the bottom of AMC stock just yet? When is it going to bottom out? When is it going to start to climb up? Well, for me, I think we just need a big catalyst move for AMC stock for it to actually start going through a squeeze. Like I said, right now, a lot of short sellers aren't really too afraid of what AMC is actually doing, which is why there's no panic. There's no reason for people to cover their shorts. And we all know how greedy short sellers can be altogether. We take a look at it, they want to push the stock down to zero. That's their ultimate end goal. With AMC, we do have earnings coming up on May 6th, which I believe is next week. I'm very excited to see what AMC actually does bring to the table, because if they do report better than expected earnings, this could be what AMC stock actually does need for it to actually start going through a squeeze. Like I said, even reporting even decent earnings, I know their earnings are already going to be better than what we got in the year of 2020. Like I said, in 2020, AMC lost $4.59 billion, but the worst is it's in the past. The states are reopening back up. Vaccines are getting rolled out. People are going outside once again. So this is definitely going to boost AMC's overall earnings outlook. Even a lot of analysts are pretty bullish on their Q1 and Q2 outlook, just because they do know that business is going to return. Although it may not be 100% of their business returning, it's definitely going to be a decent amount, enough to be able to push the stock upward. So right now, if I'm holding AMC, I would not want to be on the short side of AMC. I'll tell you guys that. We know how explosive these stocks can get. We know how much a small catalyst can definitely make big market moves. And as meme stocks still have popularity among the Reddit community and among the retail trader community as well, I don't think it's a very good idea to be shorting stocks like AMC right now. I think it's just way too risky, because there's a lot more potential downside than upside as far as the short seller side of it. For me, if I was to pick a position, and this is unbiased as I could be, I would not want to be on the short side of any stock that has a decent amount of short flow. We saw what happened with GameStop. We saw a lot of hedge funds lose billions and billions of dollars. For me personally, I would want to be on the longer side of these kind of stocks, because they do have a lot more upside potential, more room to grow. Like, I could see AMC hitting $100 before it ever went to $0. That's just my personal opinion. It's not fact or anything like that, but that's my overall analysis of it. I would be too afraid to be shorting stocks like AMC right now. I think it's just way too risky. And like I said, hedge funds should have learned the lessons the first time when it came to GameStop, that right now it's probably not a very good idea to be shorting stocks right now. We saw Microvision, we saw the huge run it's made over the last year, up over 8,000%. We saw AMC here that, the stock was running, up 300% on that all-time high, and I believe it would have went higher if a lot of the brokerages did not limit trading on these overall trading platforms. I feel like AMC stock could have went a lot higher. Same with GameStop, same with a lot of them. But back to the point, I don't think it's a very good idea to sell AMC stock just yet. For me, I would personally hold. I do feel like we're going to get a squeeze. There's a lot of people out there who are diamond handing it. They're losing hope. But for me personally, if you're holding AMC stock, I would just wait a little bit longer. Like I said, you can never time a squeeze, but we do know that AMC stock is getting shorted more and more by the day. We do know that these types of stocks are still popular among the Reddit community, and I don't think we've seen the last of the short squeeze frenzy that's kind of been going on in the market over the last couple of months. Like I said, Redditors and hedge funds, it's going to be an all-time war. It's going to be a forever thing. It's for retail traders and Reddit traders to teach these hedge funds the lessons, basically, like, can't take, basically too much advantage of the market, too much market manipulation. They rob the retail traders and stuff like that. This is the Redditors' way of showing these people, okay, like, we have enough money too to make big market moves. Let me show you why it's not a good idea to short a stock that's already down 90% of its value. The same thing happened with like Luck and Coffee. The same thing happened with a bunch of stocks where a lot of short sellers, they just continue to want to push the stock down to zero, even though they're already up billions and billions of dollars. And it just goes to show that, they want every last penny. It goes to show the greed in the market. It goes to show, like, why hedge funds take too much manipulation. But if I'm, kind of looking at it from an investment standpoint, when it comes to any stock that's heavily shorted, I would choose to be on the longer side rather than the shorter side. With that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. Let me know down in the comments section below, guys, what you think of AMC stock. Do you guys think AMC stock is going to go through a short squeeze? If you guys own AMC stock, how many shares do you guys own, and what's your average? I'm always very curious to know. With that being said, guys, thank you. Have a great day.